Good day, my audience at home. Welcome you to Fame Global Academy. I'm your regular instructor, Uncle Philip. Subject is marketing. Yesterday we talked about advertisement or advertising. I said it is a process of disseminating information to the public. We talk about the various media through which information can be conveyed. We talk about newspaper, we talk about magazine, catalog, and we talk about the last one we talked was internet, where people can go now do their marketing on a daily basis. In fact, every minute, their marketing is going on all over the world, and people are making demands. Now, having been talking about all these steps since, today we want to look at another topic, and that is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. What it entails is more or less like sole proprietorship. Entrepreneurship is like sole proprietorship. It's like sole proprietorship. A situation whereby you own the business. You are not you decide what happens in the business. You are the owner of the business. You determine when to open the business and when to close the business. Now, entrepreneurship, we said it is the willingness. It takes the willingness to undertake a business. There's a willingness to undertake a business. Every business has its own pros and cons. You undertake a business, then bear associated every business has its own risks. Every business has its own risks. And of course, you don't only bear the risks, you equally have some good part of it to enjoy. So, in this case, there is a willingness to identify the business. You identify the business, you undertake everything about the business, and at the same time, you get yourself ready to bear what we refer to as what associated risks. Business has plenty lot of risks involved, and not only risks involved. We have always been mentioning this particular word here: profits. And just like what we kept saying, that the Bible says, in every labor there is a profit. In every labor there's a profit. So in entrepreneurship, just like I said before, it's more or less like sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship. He undertakes everything about the business. So he can open as early as 6 a.m. and perhaps close 12 midnight. Anytime you feel like closing, that is when he closes. So he's the one that he does not consult anybody to take decision. And part of his own advantage is that he does not consult anybody to take decision. And he does not even consult anybody to do his employment. He does not as well, consult anybody to sack anybody. So this one here, he both hires and fires. So he does not consult anybody. So every day-to-day running of the business is under the control of this man. Call him, entrepreneurship. So he's an entrepreneur. In fact, from the word enterprise, we brought this one here called entrepreneurship. Is a process of you are buying and you are selling. In fact, everything generally, in marketing or in business is all about buying and selling and making profit. Buying, selling, distribution, making profit, exchange of goods and services. Now, having talked about the meaning of entrepreneurship, there are some factors we looked at. Selling skills of an entrepreneurship. Selling skill. Selling skill. Selling skill of an entrepreneurship. Business has skill. And that is why today in the world, if you want to really excel in business, you must first learn it. You must first study it. You must first understudy people. Business is not what you just wake up overnight and you jump into it. So it is a process. There's a process. There's a process in business. You first learn the skill, and in learning the skill, lot of things will be passed across to you. There are a lot of things you must know. So for you to really excel in business, we're told in history how Isaac went to understudy a man called Laban. Jacob understudied a man called Laban. And by the end of the day, he emerged as, in fact, in his own time, highly positioned as a brother to livestock. He was very rich in livestock. So before you excel in business, you must go and acquire the skill. Now, the skill required for an entrepreneur to really excel well, number one is communication. Communication. The act of passing information from one point to another, from one person to another, from one group to another. So here, the first skill is on how to communicate. Who are you communicating with here? You are communicating with your client, your customers. In fact, there is this saying that says that first impression matters. So you must learn this fundamental principle here, before entering into this business. And that is communication. There is need to understand, this business way of communicating. And that is why today when you go across, the Niger, you see the way an Igbo man, does his own work there too. Whether the man or the woman, they have a way of trying to talk you into the business. They have a way of talking you into buying from them. And of course, like what we said before, that no one enters the market with just, let me go there and watch the people that are doing business. No. Anybody and everybody who entered into main market, you must have it at the back of your mind that I'm going there to make some money. Let me go there and look for daily bread. Let me go there and look for greener pasture. Either that you are learning or you are buying or that you are selling. Everyone there has purpose. They have purpose of going into the market. And for the one going to understudy and a man to learn how they do the business. Like in those days when we were small, after we finish maybe primary six sometime, somebody will be saying, hey, go and meet your uncle in the main market. For him. And what are we going there to learn? We're going there to learn trade. We're going there to learn trade. Trade has been before the war. Before the war started. Before the war started. So we talked about communication skill. This one is a skill an individual must acquire. It's a skill. It's a lifestyle. Something that will have to help you, in your business life. Something you must even pass to other generation. And I tell you, just like Igbo man will keep saying, which one can I do for you? What can I do for you? And from the beginning, with his gesture, with his lifestyle, with his disposition, with his good approach to people. And before you know it, you have forgotten that you are going to buy something X. Then the next one there is leadership skill. Leadership skill is a skill you must acquire. How to run this business is a skill you must acquire. So, like, you have television you are watching in the house, you have phone you are using in the house. You have understudied the use of that phone. You have understudied people who use that phone. So in business, for you to be able to manage the business, because the business is growing, the business you want to embark upon definitely will grow. It will grow from one level to another level in such a way that a time will come, you now have what we refer as board of directors, board members. And by board member, you have that A is managing the South, and B is managing the North Central. You have a business running around the 6 geopolitical zone in Nigeria. And by this time, the business is no longer a small business. Though you started from just only you doing the work, but now over time the business have taken a new shape. So you must learn this skill, leadership. How do I manage it? So in leadership, you are talking of assuming the position of a leader and having some staffs under you. Even before you begin to manage the 6 geographical zone, you have already built a system whereby you have the clerk, a system whereby you have the supervisor, a system whereby you have the account clerk, a system whereby you have the PRO, a system whereby you have 1 or 2 persons. And you see, you on your own, don't sit down and begin to assume this position. You must first learn these things. Oftentimes, I kept making reference to the Bible. It said, follow those who through faith and patience obtain the promise. So when you check the Bible history, you will see people following the footsteps of some persons. So today, there are, men of God who are following Colander, a white man. There are some who are following Ria Bonke. There are some who are following plenty lot of them. And even in Nigeria, there are people following Bishop Oyedepo. They want to talk the way he talk. There are other ones too following WF Kumuyi. Now, they want to excel the way these people are excelling. So they want to talk the way they talk. And most of the times, when you are listening to most of those Kumuyi's cassette, you may not even know who is actually talking. Even when you come to the fellowship, you see somebody saying, praise the Lord, hallelujah. They want to talk the way the man is talking. So in this system, you are both learning the communication skill and the leadership, how to manage the people. Because the hardest people to manage on earth, they are human beings. The hardest people on earth, they are human beings. And of course, if you don't treat people well, if you don't learn how to treat people well, tomorrow, your staff will begin to revolt against you. They will begin to protest that you are not paying them well, and we are helping you to generate more money. Even if it is pure water you are producing, even if it is bread you are producing, whatever thing you are producing, and by the end of the day, you do not have the ability to manage your staff well, the ability to make them feel happy. By the end of the day, the business may just disappear overnight. Why? Because you lack what we refer to as a leadership skill. So in leadership, you are both managing the staff, even managing the public, because you will have public to manage, because it is the public that come to patronize you in your business. So here you have some factors and forces you are contending with, and part of those forces you are contending with are the public, and equally your own staff. But if you are able to learn this one, you know how to manage the people. You know how to. More so in this business, it is owned by an entrepreneur. So it's a one-man business. So when you are in this business, the only way of surviving is to make sure you have studied the business from some other persons who have gone ahead of you. Now we looked at another skill here is organizational. Okay, let's just say time management. Time management. Time management is part of what we call organizational structure. Every organization that lacks this one will run into problems. So even you, as maybe at a certain point you don't have anybody and you want to walk around the clock, God will help you. And the way he will help you is that you will just fall sick. Because himself, God, is a perfect programmer. He will just make you to fall sick. And when you fall sick, you have to now relax. And when you are relaxing, you are taking medication, doctor will tell you, don't go around, just stay inside. Sometimes doctors say they have a way of putting you in what they call observation. They will just put you there. Even if it is water or maybe something that is not other so serious, they will connect the drip to you just for you to relax. And they will keep you there for 1 week. They will keep you there. Just rest yourself. Without time management, human being will be totally stretched off, stressed out. Because normally man on his own, doesn't want to rest. And that is why the white men are far, far, far from the black. The black, thank God that God made day and night. If God made only day and there is no night, human being is not ready to go to rest. Human being is not ready to go to rest. So in time management, there is time to go for break. There is time to go for break. Those days when I was in the bank, we have time to go for break. So you go and eat your food and refresh yourself. And if you come to our school system, there's what to call break. Now, when we were small, they told us, they call it recess. Recess. And it's now we are understanding what that means. It is a process whereby you go to reset your memory. Recess simply means go and reset your memory. Now, you have studied from first period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period. And now again, it has been redesigned in another way that a child will have to sit down for, 6 good period. Now, this child, if you continue to the 7th and the 8th period, in economics, there's what to call the law of rediminishing return. Everything the child has been learning since will disappear. So, if this man does not put this thing into consideration, time management, very necessary. In some areas, they will tell you that by 3 p.m., Oga is sleeping. Oga is resting. He doesn't want rest. Even if he's not even sleeping, he's resting. He doesn't want any disturbance. He must have by this time put his phone on airplane mode, switch it off. I don't want any disturbance. Okay, so to some wise people in business, they don't play with time management. Even people who have not even really gone to these schools of learning these tricks in business, some of them to know how to give themselves rest. So in time management, it is one of the structures of the organization to give their staff time to go and rest. Of course, we have that in some organizations they have leave. Like in government today, they have annual leave. So it is expected that from January to December, pick a month you want to proceed on your annual leave. And in that your annual leave, there are people too who take the annual leave and they go on vacation. Just travel out of where you are. You can decide to go to a hotel and lodge yourself there for a period of 1 month. You are just sleeping, eating and waking up, eating, sleeping and waking up. And by the time you have done this thing for a period of 1 month, by the time you come out, people may not even really identify who you are. Why? Because you are giving yourself what a treat. But an African man hates rest. Hate rest. Thank God that sleep comes in the night. If not that God designed sleep, that man is not ready to sleep. And even as it is too, there are people who hate to sleep. In fact, the system have been adapted to keeping awake all throughout the night. But God too, is a perfect programmer. He has a way of bringing your system back to come and rest. And failure to rest, the next thing there is the person will break down. Even machine too break down, talk less of a human being. Then other thing it looks into is decision making. Decision making and entrepreneurship. Part of the thing it takes into cognizance is what we refer to as decision making. Just like what I've said initially, that an entrepreneur does not consult anybody, before taking decision. So here, decision is very free. The decision here may be a flexible one. He's the one. He's the chairman. He's the chairman board of director or chairman board of anything. So here he makes quick decision here, because there's nobody here giving you some bottleneck. There's nobody here debating with him. So part of the advantage we have here is that he takes quick decision. And other one there too, there's nothing that has advantage that doesn't have disadvantage. And here too, he may be having some other disadvantage. Something, a decision he may decide to take that are not favorable. But because he has no advisor, this man here has no advisor. He's the advisor to himself. So he take decision on himself. There is nobody that contribute to him. So he take what we refer to as what decision making. He takes personal decision. Then the other skill he must get here is what we refer to as persuasive skill. There are people out there in business, either in the business school, they have this tongue. Their tongue is coated with sweet. Their tongue is coated with honey. See, these people that their tongues are coated with honey. In fact, when most of them come to beg you money, if you are not a disciplined man, you may even want to empty your treasury, because the mouth is sweet. Their mouth is sweet. Wonder tomorrow morning, the container just landed today. In fact, people have come in from east, west, north, and south. They are already on their way now. They want to come and carry it. And you looked at the whole thing, looking very, very glad. They will show you picture that does not exist. Picture of some good somewhere. You have to believe me. And before you know it, they collect here, they collect there, they collect there, they collect there, and before you know it, some disappear. Or if we say tomorrow again, we'll begin to speak grammar. Please just have some patience for me. See, it is not the way they come to collect. It is not the same way they use in coming to make payment. And that is why today, to even borrow people money is a problem. So one of the skills that this man must learn is what we refer as what persuasive. Is a process of giving people soft words, soft approach, polite talk, trying to cajole them, trying to persuade them to do the business. Just like in buying, there's no businessman out there that crosses his or her leg. You are not bothered with the people passing by. If you relax there and not talking to people who are just moving, you will just stay there. There are people there who are very good in it. They have the the charisma. They have the ability, to tell people we are here. And lo and behold, by the end of the day, somebody who gives you smile in a business and somebody who does not give you smile in a business, who really want to go and patronize? Usually, you want to patronize somebody who is giving you a smiley face. We all want good treat. We all want good treatment from people, and people go out of their way to patronize them. Even most at times, even when their commodities are substandard, but because of the approach, they are even ready to even change the one that is even bad for you. One sorry, okay, you go and use this one. They'll give you something better. So anyone who is giving you this treatment, you always want to come looking for the person. Even when there are no road going to that place, people want to even take a boat. They want to take boat to reach there. They want to take any means, even if it is flying, even if it is Okada, they want to use that means to ensure they reach to where that person is. Why? Because of treatment they are receiving from the fellow. So the next one there is an interpersonal skill. Of course, you are aware that when you are entering into a business, you are not the only person involved. You are not the only person involved. Now, here you are involved. The business will not remain the way you started it. Eventually, you have people of different kinds. You have people of different kinds, and you must treat these people based on who they are. You must treat these people based on who they are. Okay, your staff may not be as neat as you are, but you must tolerate that your staff. Your staff may not be writing the way you are writing. You must learn on how to work. Come to their level. Just like a professor coming to teach a play class, coming to teach a play class children. Of course, these are the people you have around you. And as educationists, what do? You must come to their level. Come to the level, interact with them. Interact with them. Even God Himself, we were told, in the history, and how God came at the cool of the evening to do what? To interact with Adam. God and Adam, they are not mates, but God, in His own, He came down to the Garden of Eden to interact with them. So in this business, you don't just position yourself as one deity. You don't just position yourself as one dingo. You don't position yourself as these ones, I can't talk with them. If you position yourself as one dingo, nobody will near you there. Before you know it, you are start beginning to disappear. Even when you are calling them again, they can just to block you. I don't have anything to do with this man. In fact, it's over. It's over. Why? Because you are not accessible. So an entrepreneur, one of those quality he must possess, that he must be polite, he must be accessible. In fact, any good thing you want to classify this person with, the person must have these attributes. You should be reachable. There are people that call them from now till tomorrow, they won't answer you. I have one. It's only when he want to call you that you can hear him. But when you want to call him, his number will be ringing, he won't pick it. The next one again, when he will pick, he will tell you, I'm busy. He will off the phone. So when are you free to be talked to, or to be talked with? In fact, when you even send him WhatsApp message, he will see it, he will not even reply. So you have people like that all over the world. But I tell you, he can't go far. He can't go far. Because now you are such are understanding who you are. You are such are understanding who you are. So one of those skills this man must go and learn is interpersonal skill. No man is an island. No man is an island. And for you to build a formidable empire, you must learn on how to interact with people around you. Even God came down to interact with Adam. So who are you that you cannot even come down to interact with your staff? Your staff, they are scared of you. I do remember in those days when I was in a bank, there was this my account supervisor. My account supervisor was almost looking like a dingo. Any slight thing, my name, just up and down everywhere. So once it's 5 a.m. in the morning, my heart will just first jump up. Hey, today's work. There will be one or two things now today to talk. So why should your staff be scared of you? And of course, if your staff are scared of you, before you know it, they will leave you. And if everybody begin to leave you, when I go out there, I will tell them, that man is not accessible. And A will carry it to B, B will carry it to C, and it will get to Z. That this guy is not accessible, it's not reachable, it's arrogant, it's not polite, it's this and it's that. All right. Now, we go further to talk about activity and entrepreneur must ensure to have successful operation. We have just talked about the skill the man must acquire. The next one is activities. Activities he must ensure activities he must ensure to do what? To achieve a successful operation. So business have its own, strategies. Business in the world has its own strategy. You have a business and the thing is not moving, and there are people out there, 1001 out there, who don't have, they don't know how to start. So but when they come to you, what are you expected to do? The only way you can establish a successful business operation, number one, here there's what we call after sales service. There's what we call after sales service. So depending on the level of goods you are producing, but as a good entrepreneur, as a good businessman, there are people out there that don't have the resources to start business with. They don't have the resources, they don't have the finance, but they have learned the business. You should be able to grant your customers after sales service. Come and carry, just carry, go and sell. When you finish selling, bring my capital back to me. That is what we mean by after sales service. Take for instance, bags of cement. Collect 100, go and sell. When you finish selling, return my 100,000 naira to me. And of course, you too, who is enjoying this service, you must not defraud the man giving you this access. So one of those tricks that this man established to enjoy a successful operation is to grant clients, is to grant their customers what we refer as what after service. Service. Now, oftentimes you see people who are running supermarket, big supermarket. It's not as if they have the whole of those money there. They don't have the whole of those money there. But what are they doing? They are, whoever giving them, the assistant have given them an opportunity to enjoy this facility. And every now and then, you see them in the system. They are monitoring the movement of these goods to ensure that none of their staff go away with, this product, because the product is enjoying. He has not even settled those products. He have not settled the owner of those, products. And of course, each time any of the product is missing, you see how they will summon everybody. In fact, that day you will now discover that this man has a system that record all the products in the system. So we must get the money. This item is remaining 6, and here we are having so amount of money, but here we are seeing 5. So where is 1? And when you get to those kind of system, you know how to behave yourself. Some systems are built in such a way that you can't even drink 1 sachet of pure water. Before you drink 1 sachet of pure water, you must pay for that 1 sachet of pure water. Some are built in such a way that you can't even eat 1 gala. You can't even eat biscuit. If you have to eat, you must buy it yourself, because of the way the system has been designed. Today, people plant CCTV in their house, so that even when you collect, even when you chop bread, and some children will deny, I didn't eat bread, it's not me. They say, okay, hold on, let's televise this thing. They bring out the system and show you in the screen. They say, who is this one? Is it not you? So the system is being developed every day in such a way that businessmen today, they don't suffer what people suffer in those days, because of the way it. So here, one of the things the man must ensure is what referred as what after sale service. Then the next one there is, of course, the business is centered on buying and selling. The business is centered in buying and selling. So it's all about buying. It's all about what? Selling. Okay. But most people will want to enjoy this facility, but this business is centered in buying. So the man is buying and as well as what? Selling. The man is buying and as well as selling. The next point there is Product planning. Product planning. He designed the product. He designed the product. Perhaps sometimes you can have them as producer. Okay? Sometimes you can have them as wholesaler. Sometimes you can have them as retailer. But majorly, they are the owner. You know, they are the major cartel. They don't have anybody they are answering. In fact, you can call them landlord. This one is a landlord. He's on his own, and he has built the empire, and people are responsible to him. So he designed what he wants. So here you have what we call product planning. He planned the product. He planned the goods. See, you don't keep stocking and stocking and stocking. Most of the time, you have a bread. You have a bread vendor everywhere. It will pass. Okay, you what? If you have already stocked bread, there is no need again to bring another bread, because you have not finished selling it, the one you have. Some maybe out of pity, they say, just give me 2 million, do this and do that. You carry again and stock in your business, and you don't have a proper way of preserving this bread. This bread will get bad though. If this bread stays in your shop for 1 week, no proper way of storing it, I tell you, before you know, some have turned to stone. And when customer comes around, madam, which can be come this one now? And before you know it, they check one, they check the other one. If you don't have the patience to relate with this, customer, of course, we have said before that they are kings. Customers are kings, so you should be open for them to select. So when they pick one and they don't like the one, you shouldn't begin to abuse them. But because you too on your own didn't do what to call product planning. If it is a selling of a newspaper, you know fully well that by the end of the day, this newspaper, the remaining one, I return it back to the major dealer. So that from the major dealer, it can be sent back again to the publisher, where the thing again can be recycled. Of course, there is no paper that that will be inscription today that people will consume and buy. No. So some will sleep over. Maybe after 2 days, you return it to where you pick it from. They will collect it from you and probably send it back again where it can be recycled. So you first design the product. How is this product a movable product? You plan it. If not, if you don't have a proper way of storing it, like people who go to buy meat, by the end of the day, if the meat you have decided to buy, maybe half of the cow, you have decided to buy it, and you have started selling since morning, and by now the thing is still remaining, and by maybe 8 p.m. 9 p.m. you still have big part of this meat. What do? You now have to plan on how to send this meat to cold room, so that tomorrow you can continue from there. And of course, fully well that most of these clients, they don't like buying meat that have slept over. They want fresh one. So you must design your product properly before you bring them in. Now, other thing the man must ensure to enjoy successful business operation is what we refer to as recruitment. So number 4 here, you have recruitment of staffs. So he designed who to employ, and he designed who to sack. In fact, of course, part of the major business this man is into is that he hires, and at the same time he fires. So you can't tell him who to employ, you cannot tell him who to sack. So he takes decision on his own. It's part of what is being made up. So the recruitment here, it does it to alone, and of course you are looking for something good. You must get somebody who help you deliver. There are good marketers out there, okay? And if by the time you employ Mr. John, under 1 week you have employed Mr. John, your profit margin has gone up to like about 30%. Most have not ended though. Your profit margin have gone up to 30%. And maybe in the other week again, you are having, almost like 50%. The way this young man is doing his own marketing is amazing. And of course, people, in a multi-level marketing, there are people that have even covered all the level. They say Safara, they say Brune, they say the other one and the other. They've covered all of those levels. Why? Because they have the skill of marketing. So as an entrepreneur, one of those things you must ensure is as recruitment, employing the right person to manage your goods. And the next point here is promotion. If you must do well in business, promotion is a process of lifting your staff from one level to another level. Let's assume that A enter with level 4. It's expected that by the end of the day, this person by next year should have been, let's say he enter in 01. So by next year January, this staff should have entered 4.2 with some money attached. Because you don't just promote with just paper. Every promotion comes with money, financial benefits. So if every year somebody who is working under you, second year, madam, oga has given me, maybe before was 250,000 naira, the certain point, and the next year again now you have received 260,000. That means your increment is based on 10%, 10,000 naira difference. And of course, oga is trying. In fact, this oga here is paying more than government, in some areas. 10,000 naira every year enters your salary. And of course, that means before you put in 10 good years or 20 good years, you should have been well placed in this company. So by promotion, we mean giving your staff good financial benefits. You don't just keep them on the standstill. There are people who will keep their staff on the standstill. Somebody will just be in level 4, after 3 years, still in level 4, after 5 years, still in level 4. Before you know, frustration setting. And of course, when you travel to places like Lagos, you see that in a year, somebody have changed up to 5 jobs. In Lagos, in Nigeria, when you travel to Lagos, there's nobody that stick to one job for a long time. Why? Because today, somebody is offering you 250 for a start, and you are moving. Before the end of the month again, your friend will tell you, guy, where I am, they are paying me 270. And my house is close to the place. You too want to live where they are paying 250 to where they are paying 270. The thing, they keep moving, they keep roaming. So you on your own must design a platform in such a way that your staffs are well taken care of. So by promotion, we mean giving your staff good monetary value. Now, Christmas is around the corner. Part of the promotion you give to your client, give to your staff, is that you should be able to design something that will make them feel happy. Like now, private school, in most of the private schools now, they are giving their staff 1 bucket of rice, 10,000 naira, some 20,000 naira, and the oga will be telling you, Merry Christmas. Your oga is giving you 20,000 naira, and you are seeing the envelope label, Okereke Okafor, 20,000 naira, Merry Christmas. He will show it to you, 20,000 naira. Madam, you have worked so much, 30,000 naira. You are the boss, and of course, it's a mix of motivated staffs. Promotion is a process or a means of motivating staff. So it is a motivating tool to either government or the private sector. And of course, in government, when you don't promote your staff, the next is they proceed on strike. And sometimes too, government are wonderful. They will promise you, don't worry, we'll pay. We'll pay. We'll pay. And we'll pay. 10 years will elapse. When will you want them to enjoy this money? And every day they are there working, under rain and under sun. They are putting in their best. So here, most of the time too, government too, are not properly doing well. Government can owe staff salary, and they can owe them promotion. Even today now, in a country, like Nigeria, if you go to, health sector now, they are on strike. Why? Because the money government, promised to pay for a long period of time, more than 10 years, they have not paid the money. So you want the staff to continue to work. And maybe tomorrow you will tell them that the appointment we have with you is over. So you want them to retire without that money. So you must, it's a skill and it's a very good tool in business operation. Giving your staff good leverage. Giving your staff good leverage. Gone are those days when you tell in this contemporary world, tell a young man, will you want to be a teacher? He say, God forbid. As it is now in the world, most teachers, in some of our countries of the world, some are well taken care of. Why, when you come to some areas, you know what I'm talking about. Teachers there are, when you see them, they don't look at it. These are the people that train a governor, train a president. No matter how you want to design it, teacher, they help you hold a ladder to climb. So today, if you are a director, you are taught by a teacher. If you are a lawyer, you are not the most learned. Like lawyer will always tell us, most learned. You cannot be most learned than the teacher that taught you. If you are a medical doctor, you open my mouth and say, come on, teacher. So if you are at the position of making people feel happy, make them feel happy. Make them feel happy. It's a tool, a vital tool. This money is a vital tool in ensuring successful business operation. And of course, most of the private sector that are folded close up overnight. They close because they lack this skill. They lack this skill. Then the number 6 is provision of capital. Provision of capital. Any business you are running, you can't run a business without a capital. You don't tell your staff, come. Are you not the one enjoying this one here? Are you not the one enjoying this AC? Pay the NEPA bill. From where? Imagine an entrepreneur telling staff to go and buy fuel. To go and buy fuel. In some of government establishment today, when you come that they want to type make a photocopy, they will tell you we don't have photocopy. Government didn't provide, and you want that a document. So what do? Somebody who has just come to do a work, staff will be telling you, "Oga, we don't have paper," or "We don't have paper." We have been in some of the establishment where they say, "Oga, yeah, we don't have paper. Give me your WhatsApp number. Let me put information to your WhatsApp." What I have paid for, by the end of the day, you cannot print out a document for me. So, provision of capital. If these ones are not in place, oh boy, nobody is ready to use his or her personal money to run that business for you. Okay, let me come back to church. I'm a branch church, a local branch church pastor in one jungle, and by the end of the day, our guy here needs to bring money to run that church. How do you expect to run the church? So you must bring money. You must bring money from what you are collecting. We buy fuel. We pay the NEPA bill, because the whole money we generate here is going to where you are. So the money has to be released. So, but in as much as you hold the whole money with you, I want me to use my money for transport. It does not work, and that is why business fold. And why other ones are succeeding, some are failing. And that is why, as a good businessman, you must first and foremost go and learn the skill. There are skills you must learn. Okay, so even you as a child who is preparing to go to school, you must equally sit down and learn this process well. Because the only way to pass your exam and become successful is that you are sitting down, listening very carefully, and taking note on your own. Because here I'm giving you key points that you need to pass your exam. But to you out there who want to do business properly, if you are not taking these steps I'm giving to you here, there is no two ways about it to go up. The only way to go here is to go down. But we don't pray for you to go down because you lack these tools. If you don't promote, you're going down. If you don't provide a capital, your staff can never bring out money from their pocket and they say we want to go and buy fuel for you. Then the next one there is market search. Market search. People are taking advantage of what you don't know and they are exploring it. Sometimes somebody will come to a shop and sit down. Madam, give me, how much is this biscuit? Give me one bottle of Coke. They can just sit down there for maybe almost 20-30 minutes. Deceiving is small. They are learning how you are attending to customers. They even find out how much are you selling this biscuit. Sometimes even while they are doing it, they are carrying the carton and they are looking at what they wrote at the carton. How many pieces of biscuit is in this carton? They say 25. And this biscuit now, madam is giving me one for 500 naira. One for 500 naira. Sometimes even while you are even gisting, mama, well done. No. You may not even ask her, how much do you buy this one carton? You will go to where they are selling this biscuit in bulk. And there, okay, please, how much do you say this is one carton? You pick down the price, and from there you are punching your calculator. So only buying this one carton, I'm making extra 2,000 naira from this business. Oh, that is wonderful. Okay? Now, before you know it, I have understood what you are doing. Now, as I doing this one, you can do this one on the internet. Market search, market survey. You want to survey how they are doing it. You want to ask questions. Before people sell their commodity today or electronics, they want to make some call. Chimaroke, how much are you selling this item there? He said, did it not add money? Oh, you see what I wanted to sell for 1,500. They are telling me now that it is 3,000 naira. That means if I have sold this item at 1,500, the possibility of buying it again in the market is very difficult. So a market search, people search out for product, they search out for price and how to move up. So one of the major way for businessman to stay in the market is always to be abreast with the happenings in the market. If you are not abreast with what is happening in the market, time will come whereby add everything in your shop, sell everything in your shop. It's not even enough to replicate what you have before. And that is why most of these business men and women in the main market, before they go to a market, some have not gone to a market too, but they are telling you, Mama Chicos here, how much are they selling one bucket of garri now? The one that has palm oil. It's not that one. It has added money. It's not before was 1.8. Now it's now 2005. Almost a good amount of money. About 700 naira have added on top. 700 naira have added on top. So if you are to go and sell off everything in the shop for this one, by the time you return back to the market again, you cannot buy it again. So that is the whole essence of marrying this one in business. It is called market search. Then the next one there is Good customer care. Number 8 is good customer care. Good customer care. We are looking at how to remain in business. Whichever business you are running, we are trying to make sure that we remain in business. And because some persons who lack these ones, they are out of business. Because the major people in the market there are the consumers. And if you are, they are not well taken care of, they won't stay with you longer. They won't stay with you. It's not like a marriage where we take an oath in the church and they will tell you, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. Even when there is no money, remain there. Even when you are dying, remain there. It's like a prison. You remain there for life. Even when your wife is cheating, you remain there. Even when your husband is becoming crazy, remain there. But here, if you don't do me, will leave you. And that is why Oyibo myself does not even believe in our own style of marriage. They call their own contract. After some time, we leave the union and we go ahead again. So here, for this man to remain in business, this entrepreneurship or the entrepreneur, for him to remain in business, he must marry good customer care. Make them feel happy. Even when you decide not to buy, but the way you welcome me to your business will keep me in your business. I will even change myself and buy from you. Good customers relationship. Then finally, we looked at quick service delivery. Quick service delivery. Quick service delivery. There are these sponsor bike there out there. That their box, the box they are carrying is labeled logistics. They move to one point. Look at the speed at which they go. They make sure that before you could spare jar, the goods have gotten to where you are. Everybody wants quick service. Not that I paid for these goods last week, and up till now, they are telling me one tire is bad, no driver, this and that. Next, I don't bother calling you. Unlike when I call a policeman at one time, I say, court boys are disturbing us in this our arena. Even as we're talking now, they are carrying cutlass, carrying us, hitting everywhere. Policeman told me, say, hold them there. I say, okay, I'm holding them all. After about the next 30 minutes, they come in. And they sit there. I say, yes, I'm holding them. Till they break, I didn't see police. Quick service delivery. But the day I call firefighter, that a house close to my house is burning. Be under 20 minutes. We said I was giving them the description. They were coming. In fact, the owner of the house, was not even there. Tenants that were there, they don't even know what to do. But somebody living elsewhere, almost just about a pole, I was the one doing the call. Please come over. Please come over. Give me direction. I was giving them direction. And lo and behold, when they enter the room, and by the end of the day, I came outside. I said, yes, I'm the one calling. Please, this is the compound. And the people in the compound, they were surprised that somebody who is not even living in that compound was the one doing the call. Now, since that time, I appreciate the work of fighting service because of quick service delivery. Quick service delivery. But for police throughout that night, I didn't see them. Even till now, I didn't even see police. The next time again, I was calling the one next to a commissioner. I said, Oga, your men told me they were coming. And till daybreak, we didn't see them. They were telling me, hold them there. Do they use the other hand to hold a snake? It's actually hold cut boys. And by the end of the day, because I was eating out in the compound there, the landlord used style to close the gate. I have to leave the side again too. I went inside. I was from inside, peeping whether I will see police. Till date, several years now, Nobody asks you what you're carrying is saving you. All right. Now, why we want to draw the curtain for the day, we will be looking at what we refer to as what? Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. We said in entrepreneurship, it is the willingness to bear, the willingness to identify a business opportunity, the willingness to bear the profits and the loss. There is no business without profits. There is no business without losing money. But what we pray every day is to make sure we're having profit. But the issue there is that you cannot have 100% profit. The only person that had 100% profit in the history, his name is called Jacob. Bible says, and he sowed in the land, and in that year he had 100%. There is nobody who can sow and have 100%. Where are the animals in the bush? Where are the grass cutter and the bird? But the Bible says he sowed and he had 100%. So in business, you don't get 100%. You don't get 100%. The highest you can get, by locking all the channels that the money will disappear, perhaps 90% on the very good side. There is no company that are published, their balance sheet, and they will tell you we made 100%. No, it's not achievable. Now, we talked about the skills. The skills, we mentioned the communication skill. Every businessman needs to go and learn it. You don't just jump into it. Do you know how many schools have folded? Private schools, they folded. Why? Do you know how many shops, that are folded? People have changed business, and today they are not even doing anything again. Why? Because they didn't take pain. Life is all about painstaking. You take pain to go and understudy it. Can you just become a shoemaker now? Go and buy needle and thread. Will you know how to sew? But if you want to know how to sew, go and learn it. Can you sew your, the clothes you are wearing there? You can sew it. So in business, you have communication skill. So people go to learn how to talk. In government too, people go to learn how to talk. Before you become governor of a state or the president of a state, once you win election, the next thing is, you go on, they say, organ travel. Somebody itself, you have to employ somebody to come and, teach you how to talk. There's no governor that doesn't go that process. They learn it. It's not that I know how to talk. See, that you know how to talk as an individual will not make you to go to court, and say, I want to defend myself. You can't defend yourself. There are people who are trying to defend you, and that is why you must pay the lawyer. You must pay the fee before they help you defend your case in the court. So communication, very vital. We talked about leadership skill. Leadership skill. You need to build an empire. So you must accelerate the business on your own. But at over time, the business will expand. And now that business is expanding, part of the thing why you have to go and learn is how do I manage these people? Jesus was asking, who was it? Asking Peter or Nathanael or Philip, how do you feed these thousands of persons here? Okay? And the Bible says, why he asked this question, he know what to do. He is abreast of what to do. He just asks. And so, as a businessman, you must not play with leadership skill. How do I manage this crowd? Okay? So, what was the approach to manage people? The first thing was, all of you sit down. He made them to sit down. Oh yeah, everybody relax. And before you know it, there was bread. He said, Father, thank you. Thank you. And the miracle to feed 5,000 persons came on board. See, most of the times, because of your leadership skill, you can make your staff, they walk. Okay, is there anything to do again? Can you imagine a staff telling you, okay, is there anything to do? My dear, no, I don't think there's any other thing to do. Let's say, for instance, you are cleaning somebody's house, and every month they are paying you 100,000, and you are telling the person, okay, for today, is there anything to do? Is there anybody to clean? Do I climb on top of this borehole to go and clean it? Do I wash the borehole for you? Come. Even you self that they are working for, how do you feel when your staff is performing this way? You want to make sure that all these staffs are taken care of. Now we will talk about time management. Time management. You don't kill yourself because you're looking for money. Have some good time to sleep. have some good time to sleep. Then we'll talk about decision making. An entrepreneur does not need to consult anybody. He does not need to consult anybody before taking a decision. Then we talk about part of the skill is persuasive. You must know how to cajole people now, even when what we're selling is substandard. But because of the way you smile, you know, somebody is feeling happy, and before you know it, somebody will just come and buy. You know, I told you at one time I went to a hospital. The way the pharmacist was telling me, "Okay, welcome, sir. Okay, welcome, sir. This sir, everywhere." I was almost saying, if I have not married, I would have married the woman because of her disposition. 100% okay. Now we talked about interpersonal skill. You are not there alone. So as an entrepreneur who is just one, a sole proprietor who is just minding the business grow to a level of having some persons with you. Some persons are working with you. So now you must understand your staff. Not only understand your staff, the public that we are serving. We must understand the public. What do they want? How do we tackle their needs? Now, having talked about interpersonal relationship, the skill one need to have, we talked about activities that an entrepreneur must ensure to have successful business operation. Now, we have mentioned after sale. Oh boy, go and sell. When you sell finish, bring the money back to me. Enjoy your profit. And that is how most of those business men in the East, establish. So, having talked about after sale, the next one there is buying and selling. Business encompasses buying and selling. If you're not buying, you must be selling. These two persons, the activities are geared towards making profits. In fact, even in the world today, it's all about profit making. Nobody wants to lose money. And for you not to lose money, you must understand the business. Then we talked about product planning. You don't go and stock bread when you have not finished selling the one you have. Because bread, where will you stock the bread? So when you buy bread, a has passed, you want to compare, you want to help him. Give me 3, give me 5. The one day you've not finished selling it. Some of the shop we have like 1 week bread still there. And this bread are not properly preserved. And when customer come to buy this bread now, you will not stop them. Sometimes some person want to smell itself. And by the time it come, what is the meaning of this? You want to flare up that your customer is smelling the bread. I want to get aroma, so that I don't buy something that when I go home, I will not enjoy it. But because you have tried to be stocking without good proper storage, by the end of the day, if I don't enjoy your product today, tomorrow you won't see me there. Now we talked about recruitment. So it has all it takes. He doesn't need to consult anybody. In fact, he is a publicity secretary. He is a chairman board of trustee. He's everything. Bring your application. In fact, he's the receptionist. He collect the document. He screen you and tell you, come, ask you question. If he's not, impressed, he will tell you. He will hear from us. He's the only one there. So he carry out his own, recruitment, exercise. And as a one-man business, he's looking for experts who help him manage this business. In the world today, people are looking for experts who help them manage the business. Then we want to mention promotion. Promotion is a vital tool in business. For customers to keep coming by looking for you, there is something you are doing that other ones are not doing now. Oftentimes, you just pass from the beginning of the market, even inside. Somebody will be telling you, customer, we are here now. Your customer. The way they laugh at you, most at time, it looks as if they have been doing you well before. You have treated me badly before. So why are you calling me a customer? You are smiling at me now because you want money from my pocket. I want to go inside to go and look for a particular person. And sometimes, if by the time your customer is not in the market, sometimes you just, can I wait till tomorrow? You may even want to even call that your customer. No matter where you dey, he say, I'm not with my body today. Please, do you have this product in the house? They want to leave the market where you have 1,001 and come to the house to buy the item. Why? Because of your good treat. Everybody want a good treatment. You have been giving good promotion. Christmas is here now. Your oga will not give you 1 grain of rice, and in the coming year you want me to stay here for 12 hours per day. It doesn't go that way. Because now people, like I made mention of Lagos, nobody stays in Lagos in a year without changing job. Now most of them will change job. This December they have written a regional letter. They have gotten job somewhere to resume maybe 5th of January next year with good package. Just like even the bankers in Lagos, the same thing that they do. So nobody stays in a job for a long time. When they discover that you are not even, you are just using me, and you are not, compensating me well. Now we equally talked about provision of capital. You don't send me to go and manage a session without impress. So how do I work it? I should use my speed. I should use my personal money they dash me somewhere to go and buy fuel, so that we can use we can print paper, we can type. It doesn't work that way. And that is why most of these big men, their businesses are going down. But check out where other ones are. Businesses is going up even when they are not there. When they are not there, business are is moving every day. Why? Because the organ knows the income that is coming in. He knows he studied the profit margin of the business, and from the profit there too, he make provision for impress. You don't overlabor your staff. Make them feel happy. We equally talked about the market search. Of course, the world today is an internet war, whereby you use this provision to find out the product in the market. What is the price? If you don't get the price of what this item is going on in the market, you decided to sell it 1,000 naira when the value of this product has changed. By the time you gather this whole money and return back to the market tomorrow, you may not be able to buy up to 5. You may not be able to buy it again. Why? Because you didn't use a market search. So where you are, you can just WhatsApp them in the main market. WhatsApp them big market. What is this price? Is it still on the same price? Can we still buy it? And if it's still there, of course you can keep selling and keep bringing your customer. You can be telling them, see, this is double money. I've not gone to the market, but it has added money. Just carry go. Maybe by the next time you come again, the price of this item have changed, but I just want to sell it up because it's old stock. So oftentimes you hear these businessmen and women telling you, this one now old stock. The price has changed. So when you're coming by next time, it's not what you're selling them again. Okay, so you make good use of what the fact is called market search. So it's a process of finding out, is this product still remain in the market? What is the price of this market going on? So as not to be shooting yourself in your leg. Because if you don't do proper market search, you'll be shooting yourself on the leg, because the money you are gathering will not be able to buy those items tomorrow in the market. Then we talked about a good customer care. You must be able to at least give your customers what they want. Make them feel happy now. Somebody just come to your shop, that person should be going smiling. Just like some of these aboki today, when they carry you in their bike, you see the way they are, carrying you. Some enter pothole, they don't even bother. And sometimes, several times, we are falling from bike. All of us will fall down. So by the time you have noticed this kind of person now, it doesn't have good customer care. And even when you are correcting them, they say, keep quiet. Why are you disturbing me? I'm an expert on the truth. Your customer is not enjoying your service. We pay to enjoy this service. There is a man, in Nigeria, they call him Oga Driver. This December now, he will be in NTA, telling Oga Driver, please drive well. I pay you to enjoy this, enjoy this movement to where I'm going to. I pay you to get to my own destination, so you should drive me well. So even the driver driving on the highway too, we are paying you for the service, and we expect to get good, customers care. You don't insult us because we are the one that make you to come out of your house to the road, and we are making the profit. Nigerian government is making a profit. Petroleum company, they are making the profit. So make us too, who are paying this money, to feel comfortable. And the last one we talk is quick service delivery. Quick service delivery. So when we pay for a commodity from your hand, we should expect to get it, as soon as possible. Don't tell me I am almost there. Like some person will tell you, Oga, I don't come. You will still see me now. After 1 hour, I have not seen you. Next time again, I call again. Oga, in fact, you look up. You see me there. And they will look up for next 1 hour. They will see you there. Oh boy, if I say truth, no day amount, and by the time you finally come, it's okay. You're welcome. Wait, what kept you so long like this now? You talk here, you talk there. Next time again. You are not the only one in the market. So everybody is looking for what to write as well. Quick service delivery. All right, I will be drawing the curtain here. The channel has been a Fame Global Academy. Subscribe. You who want to write WAEC, in marketing, all my students get it A1. The lowest they get it in school, they are just maybe a B2, B4. Nobody scores a marketing C4 or C6. And the only way forward is that you must be a very good student too. You must sit down and have your paper and your biro and you are writing. You must be jotting what I'm saying in the mouth and what you are seeing in the screen there. You must be writing. And of course, even you too who want to, go into business. All these ones are tricks. All these ones are strategies that will track money into your pocket. You want to sell in business, you must always hook up to Fame Global Academy. Just go to YouTube, type Fame Global Academy. The thing will appear, and anything you need to learn, English is there, mathematics is there, anything you want to learn, they are there for you. And equally get your friends to learn what you are learning. You don't even pay much. But I want to encourage you. I'm your regular instructor. I remain Uncle Philip, your marketing teacher. So please, we meet again, same time, same session, next period. God bless you.